You're in a calling that you're in because you have the love.
That's right.
You know, you have that so much more.
I love you.
Energy.
I love people like you. I love people like me. I love women. I love men. I love everybody, children. I want to see everybody respected and honored and loved
And happy.
And taken care of.
Right.
That's what God wants for all of us. And that's what I want. That's what I want.
Right.
There's some difficult things that have to take place for that to be achieved. But that's what I want to see.
Right.
That's what I want to experience. There was a day that if I knew you didn't like me, I didn't like you. There was a day that if you treated me wrong, I treated you worse. But my wife tells testimony all the time. She said, I'm not there. She said, but that man, that husband I got, she said, I don't know how he do it, y'all. She said, this man, I know you don't like him. And I walk up and with a smile on his face, I speak to you, shake your hand, and keep moving. And if you need help, he gonna help you. Dale, it ain't always been that way for me.
No, we had to learn that our own self.
Yeah.
You know, it's like my mom always said.
Acknowledgement, right?
My mom always said that it's harder to be nice to some people.
Yeah.
It's harder to be nice, but you need to do it. You need to be nice anyway. Yeah, don't be nasty nice. Be nice. And even if they don't like you, be nice to them even more.
Dale, can I blow your mind?
Go ahead.
Can I mess with you a little bit?
Yeah.
Niceness is a tool of manipulation. To be kind speaks to the heart. To be nice speaks to the mind. So what you want is to be kind.
Be kind. Yeah.
And you want to be treated kind.
Right.
And that's one of the differences with me. I've learned that. I've learned that there's a difference in being nice and being kind. God is not nice. He is kind, but he ain't nice. Meaning he'll tell you what's true, no whether you like it or not. He'll show you what the truth is, whether you agree with it or not, whether it makes you angry or not. He ain't worrying about you liking him. He wants you to love him. Dale, I just want to be loved. I already know I ain't going to be liked, but I want to be loved. I don't want you to be nice to me. I want you to be kind to me. Because if you be kind to me, Dale, you can be able to tell Ronnie the truth.
That's right.
You're going to be able to tell me the truth whether I like it or not.
Right.
And I'm going to know it. And I ain't going to get so angry with you that I can't be your friend.
With the truth comes a respect. Because if you
and an honor.
If you forced to tell someone the truth about their ways or their life, and you're trying to show them enough respect to let them know that it's coming from your heart, what you're trying to tell them, as opposed to just like you said, being nice. It's like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay, you're being nice. But that doesn't prevent that person from making a mistake or doing something wrong. If you're kind to them, you tell them, look, man, that's not the right way.
That's not good what you did.
Yeah.
That's not the right what you did.
Right.
But you can come back from this.
Right.
You can make it right.
You can fix it.
You can fix this.
Right.
Instead of saying, oh, it's going to be okay. It ain't going to be okay until you fix it.
Right.
So it ain't going to be okay. If you ain't telling me what I need to do to fix it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being nice is the equivalent of me telling Dale everything that's wrong with Dale, but I ain't giving Dale no solutions.
Right. Right.
Give me some solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Help me. Really help me.
Yeah.
Don't just point out my flaws.
Mm-hmm.
But help me to understand that I can make this thing right. I can get it right. You know, that lets me know you love me. That's what that lets me know. It lets me know you love me.
Mm-hmm.
And you respect me. My mother used to say all the time, she'd say, self-respect go hand in hand with respect for others. She said, you can't say that you respect yourself if you disrespecting somebody else.
That's very true. That's very true. If you don't have no respect for yourself, you can't respect others.
How can you respect somebody else?
Yep.
And how can you respect somebody else, truly respect them, if you don't respect yourself?
And it goes back to, like I was saying, the difference in societies in New Orleans City proper and the suburbs. Mm-hmm. I find that when people are the most disrespectful to others, it's usually people that are depressed and have a low self-esteem. And they don't think they're anybody else.
That's right.
You know, I know that I'm not as good as you, so I got to put down on you
to bring
make
you to my level.
Feel better.
Thank you. Absolutely.
And that's when something like Katrina happens, and everybody's all on the same playing field. Mm-hmm. Then everybody's humble.
You know what, Dale?
In tragedy,
there's two things that be happening out there. What you just said. Either I want to pull you down to make myself look better, or just to get you on the same level as I think I'm on, or I want to make your head swell up so you can do something for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that too.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But kindness puts you on it, makes things equal. Mm-hmm. Puts things on a smooth, consistent plane. Right? Mm-hmm. That says that if I help you to realize that you're wrong and that you can overcome this, I'm helping myself too.
A lot of people don't realize that.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the secret. That people don't realize that, you know, gratitude and
Why
am
I going to pray for my son and my daughters to be safe out there, and I'm not going to pray for your sons and daughters to be safe?
Right.
What if one of your sons and daughter murder my son? Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I need to pray for all children. Mm-hmm. Many times it's other children that lead our children astray.
Right.
So if I'm just praying for my child, I'm not even scratching the surface of the issue.
Right.
I gotta pray for all the children. Mm-hmm. So when I pray, Lord, lead my son, guide my son, I pray, Lord, and do the same for every child, every young man that's around him, every young woman that's around him. Mm-hmm. For the whole group.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? What I do for you, God is gonna do it for me. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So I gotta be kind. I can't just be nice. I gotta be kind. Because this thing gotta work beyond my household. It's gotta work beyond my walls.
Yes. I
gotta love beyond my walls if I want to be loved in my walls.
Right. It starts at home. But goodness, you know, if goodness can flow outside your house,
that's right,
and reach the neighborhood,
that's right,
then goodness is in all those houses, and then it flows out that neighborhood into
and chances are you're going to be able to sustain it in your house.
Yes.
If it's flowing to every other house.
Right, right.
You see?
Mm-hmm. It's leading by example, doing the hard job.
Yeah. So that's why I want DPL Unlimited to do well. because it helps my cause.
In the same way with kingdom-minded ministry.
Absolutely. If we're doing what we're supposed to do, however, let's not focus on the differences.
Right.
But if we have, what I pray is that we have the same objective.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That people, from what we do, the service that we're providing, can see this is a ministry too. The word ministry simply means service. So this is a ministry too. What you do is a ministry too, you know? Mm-hmm. So if we're accomplishing the same things objectively, you know, spreading love, creating avenues to show love, to be loved, then we're helpers of one another now. We're helpers of one another.
I feel like that's our purpose in life.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's our purpose in life, to mentor people
Mm-hmm.
and take our lessons that we learn
Mm-hmm.
from how to do it the wrong way, and teach the next society,
The next generation.
the next generation,
Mm-hmm.
to be better than we are. And that's something my dad's always said. I don't want my children to be like me. I want them to have better. And I
You want them to be better than me.
Yes.
And see, and that's our objective. That should be our objective as parents.
Mm-hmm.
I see so much now that parents are competing with their children
They become friends with their children.
and worried about being friends
Yeah.
with their children. You know, I noticed I had conversations with people that still go to the nightclubs and things of that nature, and I don't judge them and this and that. Hey, that's you, But if you want to make some change, maybe I can help you with that, But I've had conversations with them, and they talk about how there are men and women that go out to the clubs with their children, and they're all pursuing the mother and the daughter pursuing the same guy,
Yeah.
liking the same guy, or liking the same type of guys, or same age. And the mother, she 45 and the daughter is 25, and they both want the same type of men, same age group.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a competition.
Mm-hmm.
You see? No.
But what mama don't realize,
Mm-hmm.
she's still teaching the daughter.
She's still teaching the daughter. That's correct. Because it's going to become generational. Then the daughter's going to do the same thing with her daughter. Then how is it ever going to get right?
Yeah.
The father's doing the same thing with his son. And the son end up doing it with his son? How's it ever going to get right?
That's the same very thing that's going on in my family.
Mm-hmm.
At
All of our families do.
My dad's brother,
Mm-hmm.
polar opposite of my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up with a bar right beside our house.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, my dad despises bars, despises drunks,
Right.
despises that
Right.
whole lifestyle. And
Right.
he'll tell you that that's a life to nowhere.
Right.
But his brother lived in those bars, and as soon as my cousin, turned 18, he had him in the bars.
Right.
chasing
Teaching them the
women.
ropes. Yeah.
And my poor cousin learned a life of drugs,
Yeah.
and he stayed on them. He spent more time in jail
Right.
than he did free.
Right.
And now he's dead.
Right.
And his stepsister is going down that same path.
Mhm.
Right now as we speak,
Mhm.
she's wanted by the law.
Mhm.
And it's all because of that upbringing.
Mhm.
And I give it to my uncle.
Mhm.
If God was to grade you today,
Mhm.
what kind of grades would you make on your report card?
Wow. Wow. Wow.
If you got one child in the grave
Right.
and one child going back to prison,
Right.
do you think God will be proud of you?
Right. That's right. Wow. But it's happening all day, every day, and it's in a lot of cases hard to see. It's hard to hear about it. For me, it is, because I desire for people to be better, and only way we're gonna get better is if we have a mindset that every day I want to get better. I desire to be better than I was the day before. And we have parents that say, you know what, son, I was a lawyer just like you just became a lawyer. I never made partner, but I want you to make partner.
Mm-hmm.
Or I made partner, but I want you to own the firm.
Yeah, level up, do better.
Level up, level up,
Yeah,
level up.
Don't make these mistakes.
Right. Even Jesus Christ, before he went home to the Father, he told the disciples, he said, greater things are you going to do even than I did. If Jesus desires for us to be better even than he was on earth, then why can't we desire that for one another?
Mm-hmm.
He was God.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are, we're humans.
Yeah, you know, the thing about generations and, you know, our elders teaching us, and, you know, at some point we have to make decisions on our own.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have to also look at what your parents taught you and guided you.
Mm-hmm.
You also have to be open-minded enough to say, well, maybe they weren't exactly right, but they gave us the best knowledge that they had at the time. So how can I embellish on that and make my life a little smoother or make my life a little better?
Well, I just figured that.
And I don't think anybody's really doing that today.
That's true. That's true.
On the whole, I think with gaming and
mm-hmm.
endless amounts of television,
Mm-hmm.
anything that you want to watch, it's all
Mm-hmm.
there. Nobody's really thirsting for knowledge
That's right.
to
That's right.
streamline their life
That's right.
to be better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where we're failing. And with this music thing, I've kind of structured it to where I pick and choose who comes in here. I don't do any kind of negativity music,
Mm-hmm.
Primarily rap, because of the negative connotations that it has on society and the lyrics that they bring to the table, the content. And sometimes I might miss out on a good rapper or with a good message, but more times than not, it's a negative thing. So I don't deal with rap. I don't deal with heavy metal and all the satanic vibe that comes with that. I just try to
Keep it clean.
keep it clean.
Wholesome.
And it's like one guy said, you wouldn't want to play something that you wouldn't want your mama to hear. And that stuck with me. I was like, yeah, everything I do needs to be something that, I could let my mama hear it. And in thinking that way and living that way, more of that content of music comes through here. Whether it be somebody book a session, then I find out when they get here it's all gospel music. I'm like, that's a blessing, that I didn't even ask for. But I know that in learning things, from being in different situations, and what I've learned from it, and how my energy that I put out there, that negative stuff ain't gonna come to me anyway.
And you know, that I agree with. I really do agree with that, because that's what protects you.
Yes.
And so, in essence, you really don't have to worry about being so protective.
Yeah.
Your work is going to speak for itself. And I believe that it will protect you, you know. The thing that I try to be careful about in ministry is that I am not my will, but Lord, your will. I try to be very mindful of that. And I understand that God works in mysterious ways. He really does work in mysterious ways. And what he said, and it says in his word, your understanding is not my understanding. And I found that to be true in service unto him in ministry. So I try to, I don't want to say have an open mind about a lot of the stuff. Not that, but I try to make sure that I have an ear to hear what he's saying, that I have eyes to see what he's trying to show me, that I'm using my spiritual senses, is what they're called, and I'm using my spiritual discernment, because what something looks like may not be what it is. So we have to be careful about that. We don't like racism, right? We don't like hatred, but a lot of people judge whether you're that off of your appearance, what it looks like, right? So we have to be careful about that type of thing. And I think the one thing that's true to us and that works for us, even in your line of business, I would imagine that it's the same way. It's discernment. Discernment. See, when you know and you've experienced right, you know what it looks like, you know what it sounds like, you know what it feels like, you know what it smells like.
You feel it right here.
Right. So no matter what package it comes in, you feel it. I'm not used to that. But I feel it. I feel the rightness of that.
You led to it.
Yeah,
And
you're drawn to it.
Yeah.
So I have to see where this goes. And listen, the thing about that is you're going to be taken out of your comfort zone. I tell people all the time, I say, God, one of the first things he's going to do is take you out of your comfort zone. What you used to, what you like, what you don't like. He's going to take you out of that and bring you to a place that is not so familiar to you, because why? He needs you to depend on him. He needs you to trust him. Understand? It's just like a musician walking up in here. And you can see the greatness in them. You can see that they're a genius, but they don't know it. Your job is to pull it out so that they can see it. But in order to do that, they got to trust you.
Right. Right. And that's
They got to put their walls down, their defenses down, and trust you. You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely. Definitely. And, you know, I think it comes with wisdom too.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, a child will trust just about anybody, but as we get older and we get burned, we trust less. When really, if we feel it in our gut right here, we should trust it. And with no doubt, just go.
Listen, let me tell you something. In ministry, I deal with a lot of young people of today, and I got some nephews in it that I deal with that they're rappers. Hardcore, they call it trap music. So it's the kind of stuff you was just talking about that you don't want your mama to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But through loving kindness have I drawn thee. That's what God said about it. He said, I draw you through my loving kindness. And we got to be like him. And when I deal with them, I have to be very careful to be loving and kind towards them.
Yeah.
To get them to a place where they can trust what I'm saying to them.
Mm-hmm.
And trust what they're seeing about me.
Mm-hmm.
You see, to where they can come to me.
There's a way of implementing change without implementing change.
Yeah, see,
You don't force them to don't do that kind of music.
You just said it. You just said it. You just said it there. I don't force them.
Yeah. You stand as a witness, and then when they look at you and say, why is he happy all the time? How can I be happy all the time? Well, you don't have to give up rapping. Just maybe rap about something different.
In other words, you're taking the gift that God has given you and you're just utilizing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
You're just utilizing it the wrong way. It's not that maybe you shouldn't be rapping. It's just that you haven't realized how to be effective in people's lives in the right way through your gift.
Right. How to be effective.
And how to get the right results. Right now, your results is to make more money. So you sensationalize everything because people like sensationalism, They like to hear the stuff that they wouldn't normally say. They like to hear you saying it.
Yeah.
So therefore, they'll buy it to hear you say it, where they don't have to say it, and then maybe they want to use you to have the confidence to say it. So you get in the business of feeding them what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear.
Right.
And that's where I explain it to them. You gotta see what's going on out here, man, and try to do what it's gonna take to bring about the change to make things better out here. And that's the way I talk to them about it. I don't put them down for it. You know what I'm saying? I still love them, and I'm still kind to them. I still show them respect. I don't do like most people do, or even most people in spirituality. They look at these young guys out in the streets, this hardcore rap and this and that, and they turn their nose up at them and don't want to speak to them, don't want to acknowledge them as being people, don't want to acknowledge them as being worthy. That ain't what God is about.
Right.
He wants you to know you are worthy.
Right.
I gave my son for you.
Right.
You're worthy. You deserve my love.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about, do you desire it?
Right.
So I don't put them down. I don't put them down. And I don't encourage them in that way. But I encourage them that they can do better.
Right.
And that they should always look to do better and to be better.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say the black community have to learn to love themselves. You cannot tell me you love me if you're calling me the N-word. And right now, black people use that word more than anybody.
Yeah, it's a regular word.
And they see it as a good thing. Mm-hmm. And it is not.
Right.
It's the most vile word in the English language, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't cause me to grow calling me that.
Right.
You can't cause me to be better calling me that.
Right.
The only way you can say that to me and have me to be okay with it is if I'm ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not ignorant. I know better. So you can't do that to me. And I'm not going to allow you to do that to me. And I'm not going to call you that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm not going to do that to you. And yeah, my nephews that rap and they use that word all the time, I tell them I don't like that word. I used to use it. I let them know that too. I used to use it just like you using it.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned better.
You learn how it hurt people.
Yes, I learned the truth about it.
Yeah.
And then when I learned the truth about it, I acknowledged the fact that I was using it and that I was hurting my people and I was hurting people in general.
Mm-hmm.
I had to acknowledge that.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledgement plays a big part, Dale, in us being better.
Right.
There's a reason that the first step in the 12-step program is acknowledgement, that you are an addict. Because that's where it starts. You have to be able to look in the mirror and say, I have been bad. I am bad, but I can be good.
Yeah. I'm imperfect, but now I've seen another path that Pastor Ronnie has showed me that I didn't know existed.
Right.
So, do I want this life?
Or do I want
Or
this?
do I want this life? So I'm at a crossroad. And believe it or not, the path that this way is harder
It is.
to stay on that path.
It is.
But it's worth it.
Nothing good comes easy,
But it's worth it.
but it's worth it. It's more gratifying.
Mm-hmm.
It's more gratifying. It's more honorable. Because why? You're not just making yourself better, you're making others better.
Right.
The other path, you may get rich selling dope, but look how many people you're killing. Look how many families you're destroying.
And are you really rich?
And then, are you really rich? And if you are, can you really enjoy it?
Right.
You can't.
You can't. You always looking over your shoulder.
Right. You can't go buy what you want because why? Uncle Sam gonna come knocking at your door.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you pay for this? Show me how you paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
On paper. Meaning, is it legal?
Mm-hmm.
You see? And plus, you can't sleep.
Right.
Listen, Dale, my wife, you know Stacy. Okay? Stacy used to be a drug dealer. And she tells her testimony all the time. She say folks walking around here talking about how people that are on drugs and dope fiends, they never go to sleep and they always, she's saying it's the same thing for a drug dealer. She say you can't go to sleep because you always concerned about somebody running and busting your door in, whether it's the dope fiend busting your door in to rob you or the police coming to take you to jail.
Yeah, from both sides.
She say drug dealers and dope fiends, neither one of them get any sleep. She say, I know, because that's what I used to do.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So, are you really better? Are you healthy? Not really.
Empty.
You're empty.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason you don't mind hurting people to achieve anything is because you've been hurt. And it's unresolved in your life.
Yeah.
And you think it's okay for other people to hurt like you're hurting. And that's the business that I'm in helping people to realize that all of that ain't okay. It ain't okay that you hurting. It ain't okay that you walking around thinking that you happy and you not. It ain't okay to walk around and everybody in your life being a hypocrite. Either because they fear you or because they want something from you. That ain't okay. You need to get to a place to where you're being authentic yourself, and that you being authentic yourself holds everybody around you accountable to be authentic with you. So that's the business you and I are in.
Mm-hmm.
got to get musicians to come in here and be authentic with themselves if they want to hit. If they want to produce something that's going to go out and achieve what they feel it needs to achieve, then it has to be authentic right here. You can't come in here and cheat me. You can't cheat yourself. I can't let you cheat yourself because then you're wasting my time.
Right.
You don't feel this song. You just like it.
Right.
Go get something you feel that's true to you and true to what you're speaking to.
Yeah.
And then we can create something special.
Mm-hmm.
Not something that you're going to get paid off of, but something special that's going to stand the test of time.
Right.
That's going to cause people to be better.
Yep.
What's Going On by Marvin Gaye wasn't one of the top selling songs of all time, but it's a song that made people better.
Mm-hmm.
It made people look, it dealt with their conscience.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's still relevant today.
Mm-hmm.
You can play that song right now and it will be relevant to everybody that hears it because it's speaking to your conscience. It's speaking towards right and wrong. It's speaking towards being better or not being better. It's speaking towards being healthy or unhealthy. It's speaking towards a renewed spirit of mind. Right?
Right. It's, you know, when people come in here, it's almost like they're naked. They're bearing their soul.
Wow.
And the clothes don't matter.
Wow, right.
The gender don't matter.
Right.
You know, when a woman comes in here, she's not treated, well, maybe she does get a little bit more respect as a woman, but she's not treated no better or no worse than a man or a kid. They all are treated with the same amount of respect.
You got to be real too.
But they're treated as a musician.
That's right. That's right.
And you know, and that's when the female musicians want to be treated as equal. That's right. You know, and I think it's just a part of society. You know, people want to be treated the same. And you know, in this environment, and pretty much all studios, they're, you know, just leave them alone. Let them, you know, treat them all the same, and let them create. This is a canvas. I'm your paintbrush.
Can I ask you something?
You're the artist.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead. Yes.
What is your mission in this studio? What's your mission statement?
My mission statement for the business is it's your time to shine. My mission for this business is, I don't know, just to do music, to be fruitful and help people achieve their goal. You know, they walk in the door, they've got a song in their mind, they know how it sounds in here. It's up to me to put it on paper.
You want to help them to achieve their goals in hopes of what?
In hopes that they have success. If whatever your success is, if I help you achieve that success, then I've done my part. And you'll be a continuous customer friend of mine forever. And that's what I build relationships. You know, I'm not like a fast serve in and out type thing. You know, people come here, give them the time to create, give them the time to do it wrong 2 or 3 times, and then get that one take, that magic take. And my goal or my purpose in this business is to provide that artwork, that art space for somebody to create. The blank canvas. That's really all I am. You know, if you want to come in and do a halfway job and leave, that's what it's going to sound like. Like you didn't spend the money on the mix. You didn't spend the time to make it perfect. Now, and a lot of clients I work with, we dissect songs. You know, they'll play the whole song all the way through, and then there's pieces in the second verse. We got to fix the guitar on that. Well, did you play it right in the third verse? Yeah, okay, we'll cut that piece and put it there. You know, or you can replay it till we get it right. You know, and we patch and dissect this song to make it the perfect end product. Success for my client is success for me. So why wouldn't I want to give you my best?
Right.
You know, it would be stupid for me to just, say, well, there it is. That's, good luck with it. No, the way I operate is take this home.
Mm-hmm.
This is our first mix.
Mm-hmm.
Take it home. Listen to it on your car stereo, your home stereo, your computer, your speakers, your headphones. Mm-hmm. Write down any imperfections, and then we come in on the second mix and fix it. You know, Billie Jean was mixed 99 times. Quincy Jones picked the second mix as the one to make the album.
Right.
And that's the life that I live in. You know, it ain't right till I think it's right. Mm-hmm. And then when I think it's right, we pass it on to the next set of ears, and they're going to tell me what they heard wrong. And then we fix it. Mm-hmm. You know, but the public don't hear it until it's
fixed.
Fixed. Perfect.
No unresolved issues.
No unresolved issues.
Amen.
And, my purpose in life is to see it through to the end and make products for people, You know,
I wanna make a mandate with myself from this podcast that I've done with you here today, and that is, I don't want any more unresolved issues.
Right.
I want to finish.
Finish. As a producer, I must finish everything. Yeah.
I want to finish. I want to finish the conversation. I want to finish the job. I want to finish my thoughts. I want to finish.
Mm-hmm.
In my relationships, I want to finish whatever issue. I want to get to the bottom of it, and I want to resolve before moving forward.
If you don't, you're going to have a whole bunch of unresolved stuff, and you have a reputation for it.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I think that's something that people hearing us talk like this can grab a hold of.
I hope so.
Because unresolved issues came up quite a few times during this conversation. And I think that is something that can help everybody to get better.
Yeah.
To resolve the unresolved issues in our lives, wherever they may be. And don't stop until it's finished, until it has been resolved.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I appreciate it.
Good, good.
Appreciate that.
Like I said, I don't know why I'm doing this, and I don't know why I'm doing this life. I'm just doing it. And, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Amen.
We should have been hanging out long before
put
it on camera.
Yes.
But, I watch you every Sunday, and every morning I wake up.
Boy, you can
and,
stomach me every Sunday.
I must admit, I can't get them all in.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing stuff around here, like housekeeping or whatever, I'm gonna put it on.
Yeah.
And it. Look, get it every way you can.
That's right. That's right.
Every way you can. Get uplifted.
That's right. That's right.
It feeds me to have a better outlook, a more positive outlook.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I know it's coming from somewhere genuine.
Hey. Amen. And that's something I really appreciate that, because I try to be very genuine in my approach to what I do, and I try to be real in my approach to what I do. My wife and I both care very much about authenticity and being real with people. I can't, what I'm gonna say it about you if I can't say it about myself. And we're all in this together.
Yeah.
And the point is that, if I can't get better from my sermons, then how can I expect anybody else to get better from them? And that's the way I approach it. That's the way I approach it. And I thank God that you're able to see some, partake in them, and some hard sayings. And I deal with some hard things, but amen. To God be the glory, and I really appreciate it. And I must say that I look forward to more live music coming out of this studio. Live music.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is something that's going to promote life and not death.
That's what we're about.
Yeah.
We're about making the world a better place.
That's right.
It's already bad. We don't need our help for that.
We don't need it to make it worse.
Yeah.
We need to make it better. That's for sure. And as best we can.
Yeah.
As best we can. And change as many lives, touch as many lives as we can, and cause the right things to come about.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I know that's what you want to do.
Well, you're on the right path. You've been
I think we both are.
Yeah, you've done good so far.
Yeah, we have. We have done good, haven't we?
Yes, sir.
Over the years, and it's been rough, but we're still here.
Yeah.
We're still clawing at it and still climbing that mountain.
Yeah.
So I thank God for that. I thank God for you.
I thank God for you.
Hey, thank you, man.
It's such an honor to have you here. And
it's an honor to be here.
You and your wife and your family are welcome here anytime.
Amen.
You see what I got in my tool shed? It is now yours.
Amen.
For the asking.
Amen. I appreciate that. God bless you for that. Amen. God bless you for that. I might be able to convince Edward and Jesse them to come sit down and talk with us around this table.
That would just
be awesome, wouldn't it?
Make my day, make my life.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. So I really appreciate it, Dale. I mean, this has been a blessing to me, and I hope that anyone that listens can get something from it and become better.
Yes,
really.
Sir. That's
absolutely.
why
and I'm gonna say this now. We're gonna do this again.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this again. I believe that. I really do. And it's not gonna be forced. It's not gonna be hard. Yeah. It's gonna be right.
Yeah. Well, this one was great so far.
Absolutely, it was right.
And let's just keep that momentum going.
Amen. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I want to come sit in on some of your sessions with the music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just look and listen.
I got some stuff I could show you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Well, you ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
All right. Pastor Ronnie Stallin, thank you so much.
Thank you, Del Latino. And then DPL Unlimited.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. I like it.
It's been my pleasure.
It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah. Right. Thank you, my brother.
I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
All right.
That was wonderful, Dale.
I run out of batteries run out of every car. And, 1 hour, 50